Yo, what up? Welcome to Mo Boxing No Problem. I'm Jose Martinez Jr. And today we got a special guest. We got pro boxer William Crolla. How's it going, William?
Hi, Dean. I'm good. Thank you. Yourself?
Doing good. Thank you so much for making the time and joining us today.
No, thank you. Thanks. Good to get some interest from over the pond.
We
Good.
we
It's
love
good to
having
get
our
it in.
UK fighters on here. Thanks for showing us love. First question we got for you, William, is rather generic. I'm sure you get asked this all the time, but we like to ask it anyway, just to kind of know the origin story. So, how did he get into boxing?
So obviously, my brother boxed Anthony. I think he boxed in America a few times. Actually, he boxed Lomachenko actually in LA. So just like any little brother, I used to just want to go where he went. So I followed him to the amateur gym, and then I think it was about 8 or 9. Then I just fell in love with the sport. I fell in love with the sport of boxing, and just got the bug. And ever since, but then I had a break from about 16 to 21 where I didn't box at all.
Hmm.
And then I thought I could obviously over here, the drinking age is 18 in it, not 21 over there. I
Yeah,
fell off for a few years, disappeared, and then I come back. But I had to grow up. I wouldn't change it for the world because I had to grow up in them years out. Like I'm the same person I am now, and then now it's going great, man. The only way is up, and I'm climbing the ladder.
absolutely. Yeah, I think you have to have those experiences, to kind of make you who you are now.
No, yeah, 100%. Like I say, I believe I won't make mistakes that I made if I didn't have that time out and stuff like that because I realised what my life was about boxing and I didn't really like it, to be honest.
And William, are there any kind of nicknames that you're known by or that you were considering for your fighting career?
The problem,
The
the
problem.
problem, yeah, like I said after my
Nice.
last fight, I'm not sure yet. We'll see. Obviously, I fight Saturday. We'll see. Another early night, then I think I might keep it.
Yeah, you're already starting to kind of make your reputation as a knockout artist. Five of your wins have been by knockout. Um, is that something you're looking for in your fights? Is kind of that knockout or
Yeah, 100%. I believe knockouts get people talking. Winning on points doesn't. Like if you went to a boxing show and three lads won on points, but one guy knocks them out. The one that's sticking your head is the one who knocks them out. I believe anyway. That's what I'd look at. I think he's
yeah,
fight for money. It's exciting, and I believe in my style. I switch it. I'm heavy-handed. I believe it's got the recipe in all sides to really be a fan-friendly style.
yeah. No, well said. Especially in the day and age we live in now, with social media being so important to kind of market a fighter. You see the knockout highlight goes viral. So yeah,
No,
unfortunately, good
yeah, it
boxing
does.
reports of decision don't go viral.
I think my last one got near. I think it was like near 1 million views on the knockout. I caught him, and then to be fair, he done well to stay standing, but I hit him with about 10 left up right hooks after it. But it is social media is massive now. It's changed a lot, especially I think in the last few years. It's really gone to social media now for marketing.
Yep, 100%. And Williams, we want to now kind of talk about your pro debut. You debuted back in May 2023 in Manchester. It was on the Mauricio Lara Lee Wood card.
Yep,
What were your emotions heading into your first pro fight?
I was excited because obviously I'd not boxed for 6 years. Don't know why I chose just come back and fight on a big show just place in it. And not, but I was good. It was all going well, and then obviously I slipped, 100% slipped, got scored a knockdown against me in my debut, only in a 4 rounder as well. I was like thinking shit. I was like, in a four, you can't really afford that. And then I nearly stopped him in the last. But that is a roller coaster of emotions. Like it was bizarre, but I loved it. But I learned well, I got counted, so I know what it's like to be counted. So touch wood, it never happens again. But I know what it's like.
Was that your first time getting dropped?
It was more, yeah. So my feet slipped,
Oh,
and
she's
his
like,
bicep sort of hit me across
ah,
here. And
ah,
then, so I wasn't even dropped or anything like that. I wasn't
yeah,
hurt. I think
gotcha.
there's a picture after it. I'm looking at the ref while I'm down, like saying, like, what you counting for? I thought he was going to stop when I got up and he didn't stop. I was like, what? But
Nice.
then obviously it's a 4 rounder, like a 10-8 round and a 4 rounder can, but like, he wasn't even scored 10-8, it was a 9-9 round. But I was
Yeah,
like, wow.
yeah. You still got the decision. That's what matters at the end of the day.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. And as you mentioned, your older brother Anthony, he's a former world champion.
yep,
He's now your trainer and also your
yep,
manager.
yep.
Could you tell us what it was like, kind of as a kid going to his fights when he was a pro, and then what it means to you now to have him in your corner?
Yeah, it was great as a kid. I used to look up to all these fights, these class. But then as I got older, I didn't enjoy them as much because I got a bit more nervous, and obviously the opposition as I hit like prime age, he was fighting uh, Linares, Loma. Do you know, so they're killers. Do you know what I mean? There's top
Right.
fighters, and at that age, I was like 17, 18, an age I didn't enjoy them ones. So I enjoyed him being at the top of the sport, like when he won his world title against Dallas Perez. It was great. Defended against Barroso. Even the unifications of Linares, like it was great to be a part of. It was massive, but then it's a bit like whoa. They weren't the nicest to watch. But as young, I used to love all the fights. I love boxing, but no, yeah, it was good. Then so in my corner now, it's good. Like it's good having a coach asking when I'm going. I'm tired. He asked me to go back to the well, like to dip into more reserves. I've seen him do it. Like I've seen him do it, and I know it pays off doing it. So I have
Right.
no trouble following what he says. And he's been there. He's done it. He's won world titles, and I believe it should. That's a massive part of it for me. Like, and obviously he's my brother, so I trust him with anything. I think
Yeah.
that's a massive thing as well.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And William, you're gonna be back in the ring this Saturday, February 15th on the Catero Barbosa card.
Yeah,
What can fans expect to see from you on Saturday night?
a good fight. I got it's a good step up an opponent. His record's not the best. I think he's had 14 won 7, lost 7. But if you look at the lads he's lost to, I think they're 14 and 0, 13 and 0, 16 and 0, and he took rounds off all of them. And then he's beat the lad who just boxed for the English title at my weight, that Bilal Fawaz. He's beat him. So if I make a statement Saturday night and get him out of there, it's a big statement. Like it's better than it looks on paper.
100%. Yeah, and the big statements is what got you the Matchroom deal. I think when
Yeah,
you got those knockouts, you signed last year in July, multi year deal with them. Um, Walk us through kind of that deal. How did it come to be, and kind of what were your emotions when you finally got the offer?
no, yeah, of course. So, like I said, it was the statements that got me signed. Like a lot of people off the second name, i.e. the Hatton, Ben, the Eubanks, they all got a contract straight away. I didn't, man.
Right.
I boxed on 3 of the shows. I stopped them all, but then that's also it's always been a dream since I was a little boy. Like getting that promotional deal, you ought to be one of the biggest promoters. And when I got it, I cried. I did when I got it sent through. I was like, wow, like it's just a big relief off my shoulders. Like it's a little box ticked of my goals. Do you know what I mean? I've always wanted to be signed to a big promoter. Now my goals are straight away to win titles. I want to win the English title, British title, but it's just a little goal to tick off my list. But
Yep.
no, it's a great feeling, and no, yeah, I'm loving it.
Awesome. So, speaking of goals, is there kind of any future goals for you to fight in a city outside of the UK in the future?
I'd love to fight. I'd love to fight in America. I would love to fight in America. I went to New York for Taylor Serrano. That was a
Mm,
top atmosphere. And I've not been Vegas yet. I want to go Vegas. Might save it for my stag do if I don't. That's not planned or anything yet, but I'd like to fight either Vegas or New York. I think it loves its boxing. It does. It loves its boxing, and
yep.
I think it's very similar to the UK in that fact. Like they're massive on the boxing, and yeah, I'd love to fight in. If I could pick, I'd fight in Vegas. I think I
Vegas.
would fight in Vegas. Yeah,
Yeah, a good one. And then I don't know if you've seen the rumors flowing, William from Turkey Al Sheikh that he wants to stage boxing events like in exotic locations. I know he was talking about Alcatraz Island, the prison there. He's talking about the Coliseum. Uh, as a fight fan, like where would you want to have a boxing event at like an exotic place? And it comes to mind.
did he say the Coliseum as one?
He
Yeah,
said
the Coliseum,
Coliseum.
100%.
Yeah,
The
that'd be
Coliseum,
epic.
that'd be amazing. I saw it was it Teofimo Lopez to fight at Alcaraz. That'd be top.
Yeah.
That would be great. But no, yeah, if he's doing a fight, a card at the Coliseum, that'd be bizarre.
Yeah, I read a comment that someone left behind where it's like it's almost feels like a fighting game now. Where you pick the stages you're gonna fight in
Yeah,
now, so you can have all these exotic stages you pick.
like you see that'd be amazing. That'd be mad. I don't know. I don't know if he could do it, but it's just I think that is. I don't think it could get much better than that fight in the Coliseum.
Yeah, that'd be epic for sure. And William, are there any kind of you mentioned you have short-term goals for yourself? Is there any fighters kind of on your radar right now that you want to kind of fight in the near future?
Not really at the minute. I think on my contract I've got one 6 rounder, two eights, two 8 rounders. Obviously, I'm blowing through people. I still want to get the rounds in the gym, in the camp. So, like, I'm training for a 6 rounder, I'm training for an 8 rounder. The camp just gets a tiny bit more intense each time and longer. So, you're building my engine that way, which I'm fine. But when I get to the title fight rounds, I'll fight anyone. Whoever's got the belts, like that's who I want. Like whoever's got the belts when I'm there, that's who I want, and then I'll just take it from there. But I'd like to win the domestic titles, the English and the British. I don't know what it's like in America. Do you have an American? You just have an American title, don't you?
Yeah, yeah. Like
Yeah,
North American title.
yeah. Do a lot of the prospects fight for that, or do they sort of skip past it?
Yeah, no, I think a lot of them fight for it as well. And then they go to kind of like the regular titles or the interim titles after that.
Yeah, yeah. So we have the European as well, obviously, where
Hmm.
you don't have. So we have that brink that you can step to as well. But I want to go for all the titles, what the English and the British. My dad's favourite belt is the British title. I'd love to win that for him outright. I think you got to defend it 3 times, and you get one for keeps. I'd love to put one
Hmm.
on his mantelpiece at home for life.
Oh yeah, that'd be a great thing to have.
Yeah, but I think Anthony he only defended his twice, and then stepped up. Whereas I'll hang on to it for free. I'll hold it hostage for free. It's a beautiful belt as well. It looks a bit like the Ring magazine actually. I don't know if
Yeah,
you've ever seen it. It looks like really like the Ring magazine.
absolutely. And then who's been the hardest puncher you've been in the ring with, either in sparring or in a pro fight?
Lewis Crocker. I don't know if you guys have
Hmm.
heard of him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
heard of him.
yeah. Lewis Crocker, he hits pretty hard. Darrell Valsaint, is it from America? I sparred him when I
Hmm.
was over there. He hit pretty hard, but I'd probably say Lewis Crocker.
Yeah, but I think it's a middleweight, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, that was good. We was over at Plant City when Robbie Davis boxed Lipinets, and I just boxed. I sort of just come over for a holiday, to be honest. But then there was sparring in there, so and it was a great experience as well. The former Olympian, it was good to get rounds in with him as well. Learned a lot, and yeah, but I'd say Lewis Crocker's the hardest hitter I've been in with.
gotcha. And who was your favorite boxer growing up?
Do you know what? It was Mayweather.
Mayweather.
Like,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, mate. Like, it was Mayweather as I was growing up. Boxed nothing like him, but and I've always liked Errol Spence and Sean Porter. I've always liked them three. Um, I just like the dog that Sean Porter's got in him. Like, I just think he's a game as anything. He's like a pit bull. And then I was backing Spence to beat Crawford, and then got me to eat my words, pretty thingy. But nah, I've always liked Errol Spence as well.
Yeah, no, if it makes you feel any better, I got that prediction wrong as well. I think a lot of
Oh
people
yeah,
thought it was a
yeah,
50-50 fight and Crawford had other plans.
yeah. Crawford, he's something else. But I like what at the minute I like watching. Sure, Stevenson's brilliant. Inoue, Bam Rodriguez is great to watch as well.
Yeah, they're all great names. Which kind of segues to my next question. In present day, who do you consider to be the number one pound for pound fighter today?
Ooh, Usyk,
You say,
Usyk. Just the fact he done it at cruiserweight and heavyweight, Usyk. But I think Crawford's great. Inoue's great. Better be good, but I'd say Usyk. But I think at his old weight, I really rate Jay Pataya, man. I think he's really good. I think he's a
yeah,
great fighter.
he's good. Yeah, and back to Usyk. Yeah, that's a great pick for pound for pound because I remember I think was it the Chisora fight that he kind of struggled a little bit of heavyweight.
Yeah, I think it's his first fight at heavyweight. He
Yeah,
won. He won easy enough, but I imagine it made him change a few things in his training. But he yeah, Usyk definitely. The fact doing it at cruiserweight then jumped up to heavyweight. He's so much smaller than the other guys, but
yeah,
he's skilled. He's like poetry watching him. He is like I thought last time. I thought he was brilliant against Fury. I thought he was a clear winner as well. To be fair.
yeah. Agreed. I mean, we all thought when he fought Anthony Joshua, it was going to be kind of too much for him, and he proved us wrong twice there. And then with
No, yeah, he
Fury,
did. Yeah.
yeah. So definitely earned the number one pound for pound. Agreed there. For the next section, William, I got a few fights. I think these are all confirmed now, and I want to get your prediction for who's going to win. If they're too close to call, you can always just say 50-50, or you can also just pass on them as well.
Okay.
All
No,
right.
I'll pick someone for each fight.
All
I'm not
right.
can't sit
Uh,
on the fence.
we like little picks. First one we got, big UK fight, mega fight, Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn. How do you see that one playing out?
A few years ago, I would have gone Chris Eubank, but I just think he looked, even though he won his last fight, I thought he looked a bit old. He looked a bit old, and I don't know what these weight clauses have got in, but I'm going to pick Ben by stoppage
Man, my stoppage. You think middle rounds, late rounds?
early. No, if I,
Early
so
or
I
early?
think I think Ben early. If it goes on, I think it does favour Eubank, but I do fancy Ben might catch him early. I thought he looked a bit fragile a few of his other fights, Eubank.
Gotcha, gotcha. Next one is happening not this weekend, but the weekend after. It's the undisputed light heavyweight championship between Arthur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol, the rematch. How do you see that one?
Better be.
Beterbiev.
I thought I'm going to go late stoppage. I thought I thought Better be won the last one. I thought he won by like I thought it was. If it makes sense, it was a close fight, but he won clearly. I had it 8-4, Beterbiev, or 7-5. To me, it can still be a contested fight, but a clear winner, and I believe that's what it was. I thought Bivol started early, but then Beterbiev finished very strong to the point of like Bivol done well to see the final bell. He was like tired and wore down, but I thought Beterbiev was the clear winner last time. But like I say, I can easily get how people thought Bivol would have won as it was a contested fight. But on my
Right.
scorecard, I thought Beterbiev was a clear winner. And I'm going to go Beterbiev again. I believe he'll just put the pressure on a lot earlier this time.
Yeah, and I think you're 100% spot on there. Beterbiev kind of started late in that fight, but he ended it with the momentum. So if it kind of
Yeah.
fight two starts with that same momentum, I can definitely see Beterbiev taking that. And then this one's also on the undercard. It's your weight class, Virgil Ortiz Jr. versus Israel Madrimov. How do you see that
Ooh,
one?
Madrimov. I think
Madrimov.
Madrimov wins that one. Yeah, I think he's very good. I thought he done very well against Crawford, so it speaks volumes.
Yep. Agreed. And then the last fight I want to ask you about, it's the mega fight happening in Las Vegas in September. It's confirmed now. Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford.
Um, is Canelo too big? Possibly. I know Crawford's put a foot the other day where he was walking around that, but when Canelo gets in there, he's massive. Has Crawford got the IQ to beat Canelo? 100%. I believe may have done that similar, I won't say IQ, but yeah, I would say IQ. Could Crawford outbox Canelo for 12 rounds? 100% he could. But is Canelo a bit big? Mm, yeah, I'll go Canelo too big.
Too
But
big.
it wouldn't surprise me if Crawford did beat him.
Yep. Gonna be a great fight. Uh, Coming back to you, William, what are some things you like to do outside of boxing? Some of your interests and hobbies?
I like video games.
What's your console?
PlayStation 5.
Nice, same.
No, yeah, I like video games. Do you know what? I've not played them as much in the recent months, but I do. I love video games. Food. I'm a foodie. I love food, man. Like when I'm not in camp, like my diet's probably awful. Like I'll eat every time I can eat out. I'll eat out, but I still need to try Raising Canes. I still need to try Raising Canes, man. It's on my bucket list to get there soon. Like when I was in Florida, they don't have one in Florida, I don't think, or near where I was. I don't know why. I might not, but yeah, I want to try raising. I want to try the cane sauce that everyone goes on about.
Yeah,
Um, and films, like I say, a bit of a couch potato as well. I watch any film series. Um, I watch anything.
it's awesome. And then, what's the best piece of advice you would give someone who's thinking about going pro and making a career out of boxing?
The best advice I'd give is that hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard. And I learned that through my amateur. So with my amateur career, I was a very good kid. I was a very good kid. As the rounds got longer, though, I was beating kids just off ability. But then I got in my head, oh, I'm better than them anyway. I don't need to train. Then as the
Right.
rounds got longer, a fit kid might beat me. And I should never have lost to him in a million years. I probably should have stopped him, but he didn't just because I wasn't fit. So I learned it that way. But yeah, you've got to give it 100% because it's a dangerous job. It's a dangerous job, and there's so many better ways to make a living. But I've just found my way. It's just this is my job. But yeah, you can't cut no corners. You've got to give it 100, give it 100%. And then I believe even if it don't work out, you'll be able to live with the fact that you give 100%.
Yeah.
And that's the advice I'd give.
Great advice. Final question we got for you, William. It's not really a question. It's more opening up the floor to you. What's the message you want to send to your fans and supporters?
Thank you for always buying tickets. Even a message of support online means a lot, and for tuning in. And hopefully the knockout train continues this Saturday at the Cope Live.
We're looking forward to it. Probably gonna be another early one. So stay tuned. Your first or second round. Calling it now. Well, William, thank you so much for the interview. Appreciate you kind of squeezing us in during fight week. Wish you nothing but the best on Saturday and to become 7-0, 6 knockouts.
Thank you, appreciate it, man. That's the plan. Thank you.
And from and before we let you go, William, where can people find you? What are your social media handles?
Just at my name at William Crolla on both X and Instagram.
There you go. Make sure you give him a follow. That way you don't miss any updates on his career. William, again, thank you and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
All right, take care. Bye.
We put it by, we appreciate that.